Good morning, vloggers. Today, I am doing a video, an update video for you guys. It's one that you guys asked. You guys wanted to know how I broke my ankle. Well, it's a funny story. After we moved from Cranbourne up to Horsham, the new house, I haven't put up any of my new my old security cameras that I took with me. I've got them all there, but I was a bit lazy and I decided to log on to Kogan and bought a cheap and nasty camera system just to get by, so that I've got a camera at the front door, camera looking on the cars and camera at the back so I can see what the dog's doing. And while I'm putting these up, I had the front door open and all my tools spread out on the front steps and the ladder pocketed up inside the front veranda so I could get up there and I could run my cables. And the dog was in the living room with Chris the taste tester. And I put up the child-proof gate at the front door so that the dog couldn't get into the front hallway and out the front door, because he is a very opportunistic dog. And as soon as there's an opportunity for him to have fun by being chased by his owners, he will get out and he will run. And he will just run for crazy. And then he'll run around and run back and run all over the place, but he'll never come to me. So I put up the gate to make sure that he wouldn't come out. And I think I'm up to my fourth, about third. I'm on my fourth camera, or the lines for the fourth and fifth cameras. And I'm up there hanging it up and putting it up there. And I hear this tinkle, tinkle, tinkle noise with the gate. You know how you can hear a childproof gate and it rattles. I could hear that noise. And I've gone, who's that? Because I can't see the front door. I'm just up and out of the way of the front door. And I decided to stick my head around and see what's going on. I was like, okay, somebody's coming down the hallway, and it's not Dad. Crap, the dog. Now I'm about the sixth run up on the ladder, and I've gone, oh crap, I've got to get down off this thing to stop this dog from bolting out the door. And as I'm coming down off the step, so this is about the sixth run up, I'm about to go to the fourth, and I've had to turn very quickly. Now I thought, yeah, I'll be able to get onto the concrete step and onto the wooden step. So I've got a concrete step, and then into my house. So it's about 3 steps up, or 3 steps up, 2.5. And I've dropped off the ladder to jump down and land on the steps. No, that didn't work. My foot went underneath me. I went down on it, so it went right underneath me and down and crushed underneath me. I then landed with my hands, and I had a couple of, what was a little bit left of it, bumps on my arms. Well, I've landed down in all of I had a big box of screws and the everything else. I landed on all of my tools. And then everything's just gone everywhere. Then I'm going to stand up, and I couldn't stand up. I went straight on my face. By this stage, the dog is trying to get past me. Now, I'm in the front entrance way of my house now, on my face. And he's trying to get past me. And no, you're not going to get past me. I'm now shepherding like a goalie in soccer. And he's tried, and I've gone nope, and I've gone to grab him and push him backwards. He didn't like that. Next time he came towards me, he's like, I'm biting you now. And then he did. He tried to bite me. So then I picked him up and I've thrown him in my room. Now, okay, so about 2-3 steps, about a minute and a half into my house is where my bedroom door and Chris the Taster's bedroom doors are on either side of the hallway. So I've thrown him into my room, and now he's in the room. Now I'm trying my hardest to stand up, and I can't. Again, I've realized that I can't use my ankle. So I'm now on all fours. I'm now on my knees, walking on my hands and knees to get to my bedroom door to pull the door closed so the dog can't get out. But I've done that. And then I've just gone and I've sat back against the door frame of my door, and I've looked straight across into the hall at my foot. And my foot is slightly askew and this big bulge where my ankle would normally be was sticking out. And I'm now starting to get tinnitus. So the ringing in my ears and a bit of a blurry vision. And everything's starting to sort of go, oh, this isn't good. I'm starting to feel sick in my stomach. And Dad's in the living room, so he's at the end of the front hall in the living room with the TV on. I'm yelling down the hall, turn the TV off so I can talk to you. And then he's done the remote thing. I think I've broken my ankle. He's gone, can you get here? I'm going, no, I'm not moving at all. I can't see or hear anything anymore. And he's gone, I can't help you. I'm all the way down here. And I'm like, all right, I'm not well right now. And I've gone and grabbed my phone. And I'm like, all right, 2 numbers I can call for this. I can either call an ambulance, and they're going to take about an hour and a half to get to me because usually they're quite busy. Or I can call a friend from church. So I did. I called a friend from church, and he lives like just up the road, like 10 minutes, not even 10 minutes. So he came, and by this stage, I've done the crawl of all fours. I've cleaned up all the screws and my tools off the doorway, and I've piled them beside the umbrella stand at the front door. And I'm still on all fours. I can't. I don't want to look at my ankle because it's looking worse for wear every minute that I stop. So I get onto a chair, like in the living room. I've got the kitchen table set up in the corner, and you've got the bookshelves and then the living room, and then the TV side. And it's a really cool living room. It's really big room too. So I've got it set up as a dining room. Oh, sorry, meals area. This is not the dining room because my dining room is in another room that we haven't set up yet. A meals area in the corner of the big living room. And I'm sitting on one of the chairs there, and I left the front door wide open because I needed my mate to come in. So Vince comes in, and this isn't good. I need to go to hospital. So get taken off to hospital. Now in Horsham, where it's called the Wimmera Base Hospital. So it's a very country hospital. I get into the emergency room. There's nobody waiting to go in. Okay, so there's no one. Now there's one person sitting in the waiting room, but they weren't waiting to go in. I go to the front info desk, and she says, "Go over to triage, please." So I took Chris the Taste Tester's spare walking frame. Those walking frames with the little wheels and the casters, and so I'm using one of those. I don't have any crutches. It's the only way I can walk on one foot. So I'm now getting triaged. So I'm sitting in the chair. Now I haven't felt pain properly yet. I did originally feel a lot of pain, and then I got the tinnitus and the blurry eyes and feeling sick. I don't think my body knew how to take the pain that was coming from my ankle. So at this stage, I'm still white as a ghost. I feel a little bit of pain every time I have to move it around slightly. So I'm now sitting in the chair in the triage with the triage nurse. He's really nice, and he's going, all right, we need to take that shoe off. Now my ankle has blown up. Okay, let's see. This is the normal foot. I have very skinny ankles, and my ankle was twice that size around my shoe, and it had started to puff right out. And I was wearing socks as well. So the nurse has undone my shoe, held my foot, and this has started to hurt, by the way. I've then I'll let me take it off. So I put my fingers down behind and wedge out the bottom of the back of my shoe underneath my heel. So I'm holding my foot in the right spot and peeling off my shoe. All right. This stage, it's looking back. My foot is huge from where you can see where the shoe had been constricting my foot. He's then peeled off my sock and trying to find because at this stage my toes had started to turn purple. And I'm going, that's not good. So he's just trying to test around to find the pulse. He couldn't find a pulse on my foot straight away. It's like, this isn't good. All right, so now I'm out of triage with my foot, and they're still trying to find the pulse in my foot. So we can see that it had been constricted from blood. I'm now sitting in I think it looks like the spot where they put people in casts, because I can see the sink and all the rolls of stuff that they put people in casts for, you know, broken arms, broken legs, whatever, all that stuff. I'm now sitting in the bed there. That's where I've actually taken the shot of me in my mask in the hospital. That's where I took those photos. I was sitting in that bed. The nurse is coming in and she's looking at my foot and she's going, "Oh, that doesn't look good," and that's why there was the photo taken with my eyes looking like I'm shocked. Now they found the pulse. That's awesome. So we know why we couldn't get a pulse out of that earlier. It's because it had been constricted and there was no blood flow going to my toes because it had swelled up that much. Now, mind you, I fell off the ladder at about 5:30, 5:45. I was now at the hospital and it was now 6:30. So it wasn't very long. And I'm now sitting there waiting to be looked at and what's going to happen. They've said, all right, we need to get some x-rays done on this foot, you know, to make sure that, you know, we know what's going on here and how we're going to do this. Now, by this stage, my foot is huge. And now it's going all the way down the foot because, you know, it's not being constricted by my shoe anymore. And one of the nurses came and gave me a cold pack and put it on my ankle. I don't think that didn't really do very much at the time because it was already way out of control. They've gone, all right, so we need to get you down to x-ray. But they closed at 5. Country Hospital, they open from 8:30 in the morning to 5 p.m. Monday to Friday. They don't work weekends. And this is a weekday, and I'm like, oh, this isn't good. I think it was the Thursday night, Wednesday night, Thursday. It was midweek, and the place had closed. So they've gone, right, we need to put you in a moon boot. We need to give you a whole lot of painkillers, and come back and see us in the morning. So they gave me a lovely moon boot, which it's the only reason why I can walk around at all now is because of this moon boot. Now, they gave me a script and 5 OxyContins. Yeah, some really, really good painkillers. So I took one before I left the hospital. And when I got home, I took another one. And I was fine. I could sit down. I wasn't in pain at all. The only time I was in pain when I was at the hospital was when the doctor came in. He closed the door because he knew there was going to be some screaming happening. And he just had a push before he told me I had to go get x-ray. And that's when he decided to push and twist and see what was going on and see how much movement I had in my ankle. There wasn't very much. And there was a lot of screaming happening. It was the only time that I actually screamed was, "That hurts!" And yeah, I know why the doctor closed the door when I was in there. So I'm now home. After messaging you guys onto YouTube and on Instagram saying, "Yep, no video today, sorry, I'm in hospital." And that's what happened. That was the story. So the week later after that, that following Monday, I decided I needed to go see my GP because my toes were still black. They had not changed color. My foot was still about the same size as it was. Nothing had gone down. He said, "It's okay. You just had the injury. Give it 2 weeks, and we're going to take some more x-rays on that, and we're going to make sure everything's right." All right, doc. He said, "Here's some painkillers." So I took another script of painkillers. Although I haven't used the second script at all. I try not to take painkillers when I can, but when you need them, trust me. So it's now been 2 weeks. 2 weeks and a little bit now. It's still swollen. The side of around my ankle is all puffed out. My toes have turned back to pink, and all of the bruising that was on my toes and the underside of my foot and around the back and the heel is all starting to disappear. So I'm happy now. But got to get around to getting that new x-ray done. And I've only got about another 4 weeks, and I should be hunky-dory again. So that's the story of me coming off and, yeah, breaking my ankle. I hope that that covers up some of the fun parts of living life in the country. Not everything's open all the time. All right, if you like this story, I'll get you to like, comment, and subscribe. And until next time, see you in the next video.